What in the hell am I supposed to do when a brand has 4 different pre-workout products? Well, the first thing you should be doing, and that you're currently doing, is watching this video as we break down the differences between the 4 pre-workout products that our friends at Axe Sledge have in the market today. The 4 products we're going to talk about and compare today are their non-stim pre-workout hydraulic version 2, their everyday driving pre-workout intake, their high stimulant pre-workout HWMF, which stands for hard working motherfucker, and their extreme pre-workout DBAP, also known as don't be a pussy.
Let's start with my personal favorite pre-workout from Axe Sledge, hydraulic. Why is this my favorite? Because you can take it any time of day because it is a non-stimulant pre-workout. Along with the fact that you can also stack it with any of the other 3 pre-workouts. Obviously 1 scoop of each, don't do double. It is a true pre-workout, not just a pump powder. What does that mean? First off, the pump ingredients included in this being citrulline at 8 grams, Citrapeak at 200 milligrams, and the Vasodrive at the recommended dose of 508 milligrams. Beyond that, there also are other performance ingredients, which is going to be beta-alanine, which gives us the famous tingles, along with the muscle endurance needed for a good workout. My favorite part of this is also that it has some great focus products, nootropics, ConQ at 100 milligrams, and L-tyrosine at 1,000 milligrams. Once again, this is not just a pump pre-workout. This is going to give you more than that, a true non-stim pre-workout.
All right, next up we are going to talk about their everyday driver pre-workout intake. Personally, I love using intake because I'm not somebody that is obsessed with having a super high stim pre-workout. So I normally do 1 scoop of this stacked with hydraulic so I can get the pump benefits from that. But for the sake of the video today, we are going to be talking about this product in the 2 scoop serving size. With intake, you're going to be getting 250 milligrams of caffeine from our caffeine anhydrous, and then also 50 milligrams of caffeine from Zoom XR, which is going to be an extended release caffeine, which helps with the crash and just kind of keeps you rolling so you can get through your workout. So with intake, you're going to be getting 150 milligrams of Elevate ATP, which aids in ATP replenishment and recovery. You're also going to be getting 50 milligrams of Synactive, which helps with regeneration of cells, which helps with recovery. And then CDP choline at 250 milligrams that helps with focus and cognition.
Let the meathead talk about the higher stimulant-based pre-workouts from Axe Sledge. HWMF, also known as hard working motherfucker, was their original high stim pre-workout before they came out with Don't Be a Pussy. Now this one is a pre-workout that can also stack nicely with the non-stim pre-workout in Hydraulic V2, but some key benefits and features on HWMF. The first is going to be the high stim aspect of this. So let's talk about the stimulants. Users are going to be getting caffeine anhydrous at 325 milligrams. This is the fast acting caffeine. 10 to 15 minutes after consumption, it's going to hit you. But in addition to just the 325 milligrams of caffeine, users are going to get another 75 milligrams of Zoom XR caffeine, which is an extended release caffeine. What this is going to do is going to give you those anti-fatigue properties over an extended period of time and also help prevent the drastic crash that many people will get from north of 300 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous. But wait, there's more. Axe Sledge tosses in more stimulants, and it's not for the weak of heart. Alpha-yohimbine, which is the yohimbine on steroids, is used at 2 milligrams, as well as yohimbine hydrochloride at 1 milligrams. If you're new to yohimbine, proceed with caution. Maybe start with 1 scoop to assess your tolerance, because too much yohimbine for new people can provide or can increase heart rate and provide rapid heart rate, as well as create anxiety. So if you're not a stim junkie, if you're not used to them, again, proceed with caution. Now we can look beyond the stimulants and see some beneficial ingredients in HWMF that I'm a big fan of. The first being alpha GPC at the dosing that we want to see it at, 600 milligrams of alpha GPC. This choline molecule can actually cross the blood-brain barrier, which is going to provide an increase in that mind-muscle connection, your focus and mental clarity in the gym. You're going to get blood flow ingredients in this as well. Citrulline is used at 6 grams. So again, that's why if you're going to stack this with something like hydraulic, you're going to want to take a scoop of hydraulic with a scoop of this and not double scoop them both, because too much citrulline can impact the GI system, causing you to essentially shit yourself, which I don't think anybody wants to do that at the gym. So if you're looking for a high stim workout experience, HWMF would be the one to choose from our friends at Axe Sledge. So that brings me to their extreme high stim pre-workout known as Don't Be a Pussy or DBAP. Now, this is the second version of DBAP from our friends at Axe Sledge. The first version was a stim bomb. Let me tell you, it was something that I personally didn't enjoy. It was too much, but this new one still focuses on a higher stim based formula, giving you that stim-based experience, but doesn't give you the crash and doesn't give you the anxiety that the initial formula of Don't Be a Pussy did. Some highlights on this particular one is a straight caffeine dosing on caffeine and hydros at 400 milligrams. Again, this is the fast-acting caffeine that hits you within 10 to 25 minutes of consumption. Some is 10 to 15 minutes of consumption. You're gonna get the ultimate high. Now, the big thing is, am I gonna crash from that? The answer would be yes if it didn't include these next two ingredients. Users are going to get the patent trademark ingredients from Compound Solutions, dynamine at 100 milligrams and teacrine at 50 milligrams. That is what the company Compound Solutions recommends, 100 milligrams of dynamine to 50 milligrams of teacrine mixed with the caffeine and hydros to give you that euphoric feeling over an extended period of time. So caffeine and hydros is going to hit first, then you're going to get dynamine and teacrine coming second and third to keep those anti-fatigue, longer lasting energy levels over an extended period of time. Another unique thing about this one, out of all their pre-workouts, it's the only pre-workout that contains GBB. GBB is the precursor to carnitine. So when you take GBB, in this case at 30 milligrams, your body converts it into carnitine, which actually elevates body temperature. Too much GBB, proceed with caution because you can get the cold sweats, which is really weird, and it's a weird, abnormal, uncomfortable feeling. But 30 milligrams of GBB should be tolerated by most people out there. In addition, you get 3.2 grams of beta-alanine and you're getting betaine and hydros as well as tyrosine. You'll notice that what this does not have, it does not have citrulline. So taking something like a hydraulic V2 with DBAP will help with blood flow, but if you're strictly just looking for high stim, longer lasting energy and getting that body temperature elevated, DBAP would be the way to go. Axe Sledge done it right. They gave an option for everybody and anybody, whether it's hydraulic V2, which is something you can take at any time of day and you can stack it with Intake, HWMF, or Don't Be a Pussy, or if you're looking for an everyday driver like Intake, that is a all-in-one pre-workout. Don't necessarily need to stack it, but you can take a scoop of Intake with a scoop of hydraulic V2. If you just want that high stim experience, the HWMF is a really solid choice, or you can go with their Don't Be a Pussy, their DBAP pre-workout. I will end it by saying this: if you are choosing HWMF or the DBAP pre-workout, I would not recommend that you take these every single day. I would take them at a max of potentially 3 days a week and trickle in whether it be hydraulic, Intake, or both on your off days. For more information on the differences in these pre-workouts, look below in the description box to take you to a link over to our website, fitnessinformant.com, where we have a comparison table with all 4 of these pre-workouts listed. If you want to purchase any one of these pre-workouts, look below for a link as well as a coupon code. That'll save you a few dollars on these pre-workout putters as well. If you like this long format video, hit that subscribe now button below here to subscribe to all the free video content that we produce and publish right here at our YouTube channel. If you prefer this in a consolidated format, anywhere from 90 seconds to 3 minutes long, you can check us out on our social media channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And for more dietary supplement reviews, rankings, news, deals, workout routines, nutrition plans, and more, check out our official website. We are online at fitnessinformant.com.